wants to hear all about our adventures and not cry. Maybe we can get some tasty treats out of him in return. Come on, let's go to Star Snatch Cliff.
This land holds nothing but...
Welcome back, old friend. And how should I be addressing you these days? The honorary knight of Mondstadt? The Tumaini of Natlan? Or the great hero of Nodcry?
Well, you sure have your finger on the pulse. We've barely caught our breath since Nodcry, but it sounds like you've already heard about what went down.
News travels fast on the wind. But before I can turn your tales into tunes, I need to hear them from the horse's mouth. My wine and my lyre are at the ready. So please, traveler, take a seat and tell me your tale. Amazing! Incredible! The Rapier of Solnari and the Doctor? Truly a tale for the ages! So I'm guessing the wild hunt is a thing of the past now that you've defeated the Rapier of Solnari?
Seems that way. We were kind of focused on dealing with the Doctor, though.
Well, that's good to hear. Hey, now that the Northern Abyss calamity is finally resolved, Varka must be getting ready for the triumphant return of his expedition, right? I haven't seen him in the longest time. He must have so many stories to share.
Hooray! Paimon was wondering about that, too. He did call you Barbados. But weren't you still fast asleep back when he was in Mondstadt?
Let's call it half asleep. I was resting my eyes in the Thousand Winds Temple one day when I heard a commotion outside. It was a young knight who had journeyed there in search of trials and oracles after hearing some tall tales at the local tavern. In fact, all that awaited him were moss-covered walls and an angry ruin guard. But he seemed completely unfazed, laughing heartily as he sent the ruin guard's missiles flying off into the horizons.
Huh! They must have been making quite a racket if it was enough to wake up the tone-deaf bard.
Yeah, it sounded kinda like...
Hey! Is that all you've got? Oh, bring it on!
like that.
Giving up already? You're not half as tough as Varka said.
A young knight of Favonius trekking out to the Thousand Winds Temple in search of adventure. Now there's a sight I haven't seen in a while.
A bard in green clothes. Does this mean... I was just wondering how I was gonna
Oh! So you were looking for the tone-deaf bard? Strange place to start your search.
Hold on. Blonde hair, white hair. You must be the honorary knight, and Paimon! Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Lowen, vice captain of the 5th Company of the Knights of...
Oh, so you're part of the expedition, huh? Right. So that's why Paimon's never seen you around in Mondstadt. Hey, wait a second. We never saw you in not cry either.
That's probably because when the wild hunt was still running rampant, I spent most of my time out on my own, making mincemeat out of monsters. I barely went back to base at all. Then, once the wild hunt calmed down, I got sent back to Mondstadt. Mixed blessing, if you ask me. Sounds like I missed out on some serious action.
No wonder we never saw you while we were dealing with the doctor. So, why did Varka send you back?
Deliver some letters. There's one for the Knights of Favonius, one for the church, another for the Dawn Winery, at least 10 of them in total.
Jeez, how many people has he sent to deliver his mail now? Mika, Inefa, Lowen? He should just hire a full-time mailman already. In fact, he's earned himself a new nickname. Let's go with Sir Writes-A-Lot.
I'll have you know that poetry and letters were humanity's earliest means of expressing their thoughts. So, tone deaf or not, I wear the title of Bard with pride. And I consider Sir Writes-A-Lot to be quite a compliment.
Wait, really? Darn it! Maybe Paimon should come up with some harder-hitting nicknames for these two.
Anyway, since this young man has come all the way to the Thousand Winds Temple looking for me, I assume he must have a letter for me too. Am I right?
You sure are, to use the Grand Master's own words.
This one is for the bard in green clothes. These days, I think he goes by Venti. Doesn't really have an address as such. You could start by asking around in Mondstadt, or maybe try your luck at the Thousand Winds Temple.
I figured that since there was this punching bag here, Ruin Guard, I could get some practice in while I was at it. So, I came right here the second I got back to Mondstadt.
That Varka is so slapdash sometimes. It's a good thing we happen to be nearby.
Oh, he also said to remind you to write back.
Nothing in particular. Just some idle chatter between two drinking buddies. But if I'm supposed to write back this time, I'll need some time to mull over my response. Varka gave you a whole bunch of letters to deliver, right? Maybe you can head into Mondstadt and deliver the rest of them first?
My thoughts exactly, assuming I can find the way. Hopefully the roads haven't changed too much since the pre-expedition days.
Well, why don't we have Mondstadt's honorary knight escort this homeward-bound wanderer to the city? I'm sure some of the recipients of Varka's letters will turn out to be old friends of yours, too.
Let's go! It's been a while since Paimon's done any guide work.
Thank you so much, honorary knight. And you, Miss Guide.
The Abyss. The Wild Hunt. Andreas. Get home safe, Varka.
Why do my ears feel so hot all of a sudden? Is someone talking about me? Surely there's no way anyone found the secret stash of cash in my office. That would be terrible.
Grandmaster, bad time to get distracted. Watch out! Enemies approaching!
Huh? Oh, it's just a few stragglers. They're no real threat to us. This expedition is almost over. We just need to deal with these final few targets, and then we will make our triumphant return! Stormwind!
Without the ray here of Sonari to direct them, it seems like all that's left is their primal urge to destroy.
If this is all that the Wild Hunt can muster now, surely the Lightkeepers of Nodcry will be able to deal with what's left.
Just like I thought. What we should be wary of now is...
Grandmaster, based on Lightkeeper intel and our own reconnaissance, one of the suspected targets should be just up ahead.
Good. You know the drill. Stay here and stand guard. Leave the rest to me.
Yes, Grandmaster!
We meet again, Andreas.
So, you've returned from Mondstadt. Don't you want to see what it looks like now? I was planning to take a look around there myself. Perhaps you could be my guide.
What's this? An echo from 1,000 years ago? Everything seems normal so far. Here's hoping I'm just overthinking things. There are 2 other places to check. Maybe this will all go smoothly after all. It's your turn, my friend. Come, Andreas!
Although, for returning to your old home, perhaps Andreas is a little too ostentatious. Might be better to go by...
Boreas.
Huh?
Injustice. Corruption. Iniquity. Is the surface world still as wretched and foul as ever? Answer me, heir to the knighthood of Boreas.
Looks like I'm not getting out of this without a fight. That's where things stand with the expedition. The victors will be returning home soon, so make sure to stock up on wine for the celebrations. P.S. I hope everyone's keeping up with their daily training. I'll be testing you all when I get back to make sure no one's regressed. P.P.S. I wrote individual letters for each and every one of you. Don't forget to write back.
That's all.
Everyone gets one? Wow! Sir Writes-A-Lot is really living up to his name.
I guess the Grand Master must have something specific to say to each of us. Even I got a letter, and I'm not a real knight yet.
Jean?
Oh, yes. That's our Grand Master for you.
By the way, anyone know where I can find the cavalry captain? I have a letter for him as well.
You mean Kaya? He said he was meeting a friend from the church at the Angel's Share. Allegedly for work. Said he was exchanging intel. But I'd say there's a 50-50 chance he's just there for a drink.
Paimon bets there'll be lots of familiar faces there. How about we deliver Kaya's letter? And these are there too as well!
Really? Oh, that would be a great help, thank you.
Our thanks to you too, Lowen. The other knights will help distribute the remaining letters. You've had a long journey.
please go get some rest.
Great, but I won't be resting just yet. I have one last letter to deliver to Wolvendom. This one, I was planning on delivering personally. I heard that another challenger recently passed Boreas' trial. Well, with any luck, that wolf might be willing to reveal himself to me, too.
Very well, but please remember to show respect to the local wolves.
I will. Goodbye.
Grandmaster offered. So?
He wants to test me to see if my skills have regressed? I still haven't forgotten how he went easy on me last time. I'm assuming you must have seen him going all out before. When the time comes...
Ah, the Grand Master. The archives are filled with documents awaiting his review. On another note...
Okay, we'll deliver these letters.
The expedition is finally wrapping up.
Honorary Knight, you're still here? Is it that obvious?
Huh? But Vark is coming back. The situation in Nokrai is stable. Surely things are looking up.
True. From what you and Lowen have told me, the expedition has indeed accomplished its strategic objectives. It seems that Mondstadt no longer faces any threat from the perils of the North, be they the Wild Hunt or the Doctor. And yet, for some reason, I can't help but recall something the Grandmaster said to me before he left.
If I don't make it back from this expedition, you'll have to assume the mantle of Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius. If it comes to that, remember to train the next Knight of Boreas in my stead. I've planted some promising seeds in Mondstadt, but they still need time to grow. Some have yet to master the art of social interaction. Some don't yet understand that they, too, need protecting. And some, well, some might not even want to be a knight yet. What's wrong? Well, there's no need to frown. I'm going on an expedition, not marching to my death. This is all just a contingency plan in the event that I'm unable to return. Until I return, I leave them in your care.
The lineage of the Knights of Boreas has nearly been extinguished twice in Mondstadt's history. The first wandering knight to claim the title arrived in Mondstadt 1,000 years ago, along with his wolf companion. He was as free as the wind. He left no succession plan behind. Even his name was lost to history. The title of Boreas could have disappeared from Mondstadt just as he did. But he had an informal disciple, a knight named Ravenwood, who admired the Knight of Boreas greatly. Ravenwood's valor and swordsmanship earned him the wolf spirit's recognition. When the old aristocracy tried to regain power, Ravenwood came once more to Mondstadt's defense. From then on, the title of Knight of Boreas was passed down from generation to generation within the Knights of Favonius.
Wolf spirit? You mean that big blue wolf in Wolfendom?
Correct. As you may already know, the Wolf of the North is the surviving spirit of an ancient god, and the Knight of Boreas serves as an intermediary between him and humanity. Lupus Boreas, who had never known what it meant to love, came to understand it through the journey with his human companion. In the end, he chose to allow his power to become one with the land. This was once a well-known tale in Mondstadt, but these days, few people are aware that the starting point of the Wolf King's journey was not Mondstadt, but Nodcry.
Huh?
The great Wolf King of the North came here from Nodcry, although he doesn't like to speak of his past. In fact, he rarely shows himself to people at all nowadays. As such, this tale can only be found deep within the Knights of Favonius library. Even among the Knights of Favonius, few are aware of it. The Grand Master didn't disclose any concrete objectives before departing on his expedition. I couldn't help but wonder whether it might somehow be related to Nodcry's Wolf of the North. I kept my speculations to myself, however. Sharing them would only spread unwarranted suspicion toward the Four Winds among the people of Mondstadt. You experienced the turmoil caused by Duval and the East Wind's actions for yourself. Surely you can understand my concern?
No wonder Varga wasn't clear about his motives. Is that what he was worried about?
Very possibly. He was probably also reserving judgment. Having heard about your experiences in Nodcry, I now suspect that the Grand Master hadn't yet ascertained the true identity of our enemy at that time. And as it turns out, the calamity born in the north wasn't an ancient god, but rather the Wild Hunt and the Doctor. I guess we were both jumping to conclusions. Yes, I completely agree. The tide can turn rapidly in times of battle. It's a leader's responsibility to prepare for every possible contingency. Even if his contingency plan never needs to be put into action, I'm sure the Grand Master is relieved to know that it's in place. Thank you for being such a patient listener. If you have any spare time, would you...
That turned into a pretty long conversation, huh? We should probably go deliver those letters to the Angel Share now.
When you're mixing drinks in hot weather, start.
Please.
I know there's no one else.
Kaya! Rosaria!
A little lively.
Please allow me to once again express my sincere... I hope you will give some serious consideration to the question I asked you before I left, though I'm sure you're tired of hearing me ask by...
From the look on your face, I'm guessing...
He nags like an old man. It's hardly surprising.
Huh? Drop what?
Nothing, really. Before leaving on the expedition, Varga came here. He, asked me if I'd consider rejoining the Knights of Favonius, and I declined. He expressed his regret about everything that happened, and asked me to reconsider. That's all there is to it. Whatever details I chose to omit are in the past. Dragging them back up...
You say that now, but back then, you couldn't let it go.
I wasn't seeing, but both the Grandmaster and the... I can't see the
If I had a...
When you join an organization...
You think so? Never mind the Knights. Have you honestly ever been bound by the rules of the Church?
Good question. Have you considered that maybe that's why I chose to join the Church and not the Knights to begin with?
Are they arguing or not? It's kind of hard to tell. Oh, kind of like the contingencies Jean was talking about. The more ways they have to protect their home, the better. Huh? Traveler?
What should I report? Public order inside the city? Monster activity in the wild? Oh, and a review of the latest vintages.
My reply won't be a long.
If you hadn't had to deliver that guy's mail, you wouldn't have been subjected to all this tedious arguing.
It's no trouble. Lowen did most of the work. We just volunteered to do the last leg of the journey. Mostly so we could come say hello.
So you see what's really going on here? All three of us fell for that old rascal's scheme far too readily.
Huh? Scheme? What do you mean? Was Varka—
No. Well, I'm sure there are people like Kaya and I. And then there are those who are true champions of justice to the core. Those people are the most susceptible to being driven to extremes by great upheaval. It's happened— not only that, but it happened to a knight of Boreas. That'll really hit home for Varka. And that's why his nagging is even more persistent than usual. Yeah. So no one's told you this before? The lineage of the Knights of Boreas had nearly been extinguished twice in history. The first was at its inception. The second was the case I was alluding to.
Oh! Wasn't Jean telling us about this? Wait. And then we got caught up talking about the expedition, and we never got around to the second time.
I happened to hear about it from Varka once when he was drinking and started yammering on. The second crisis in the Knights of Boreas lineage. It was 500 years ago. Although the Knights of Boreas are meant to be of those who have, but 500 years ago, there was one who earned the respect of Boreas even before gaining the title. He was a disciple of Rostam. They thought he would become the mightiest knight of Boreas who ever lived. He was the perfect knight. Righteous, principled. His name was Roland, the blood-stained knight.
Yikes!
Well, apparently his original title was the White, but he lost countless comrades during the Abyssal Calamity 500 years ago. Including his tutor and mentor, Rostam. The endless bloodshed stained his sword and armor a crimson as deep as black, transforming the White Knight into the blood. After that, he threw himself completely into battling monsters, leaving Mondstadt and— it's hard to say whether the law— but had he known that— So if you want my opinion, the reason why Varka keeps asking Diluc to rejoin, despite knowing that he'll never say yes? After all these years, he's still as—
Huh. Turns out Varka's a lot more thoughtful than he lets on. Paimon had the wrong idea about him. Anyway, there's still something about this whole Boreas business that Paimon isn't really getting. Wasn't Andreas a god in Mondstadt thousands of years in the past? If so, why did Jean say that Boreas and the Wandering Knight only arrived here just 1,000 years ago? Plus, Paimon's super curious about what happened to Roland. That's a great idea! Jean said he hasn't been showing himself much lately, but he always seems happy to oblige whenever you show up. Let's go! What's going on here? The Wild Hunt! What are they doing here? Watch out! Shower me with—
Insulation chamber.
Oh, are you all right? Oh no! What?
Stop right there! Answer me this. The two letters I get.
letters. Wasn't it 3?
Okay. Well, Paimon's coolest naive expression doesn't appear to be an act.
Hey! What are you trying to say? Paimon passed a test?
You may dispense with your suspicions.
Well, if the boss of Wolvendom has vouched for you, sure was. Something seemed...
Strike a pose!
Lupus Boreas, not injured. Why so...
You are not to blame. They followed my trail from the distant north across the ley lines. We meet again, human Lupic.
So, are you saying that the wild hunt we just...
As you know, I stand before you as an incomplete being. I am but one, the source of this term.
Huh? Now Paimon's even more confused.
For many gods, housing a part of their soul within an object is no difficult feat. But those who can perform such delicate partitions as this are rare, even among the gods. The Wolf King, Andrius, was
Tone deaf bard?
Who better than a bard to do the honors? Lupus Boreas wandered the frozen tundra and stumbled into the Seelie Hall. Enchanted by their song, tender as the dawn starlight, as the high tower crumbled and the fierce winds fell silent, Lupus Boreas, who once had hunted with the storm winds, the wolf 500 bitter winters passed, then 500 equally frigid springs. He slumbered undisturbed until a knight stumbled in. The knight asked the wolf to join him on a journey south, to see once more the land that had all but faded from his memory. The gentle wolf, unwilling to refuse, seeing how the ice and snow had given way to verdant plains, hearing the laughter and song that now filled the once somber city, the aging Lupus Boreas turned to his friend, the god of Animo, and remarked, "So, this is the world the humans dreamed of." Though the knight's journey was not yet over, the wolf chose to bid farewell to his companion here. He had written the end to his story. What knowledge he had been gifted flowed into the land. Everything he was, he gave unto the world. Well, that's how a bard would tell the tale. Lord Boreas, is there anything you'd like to add?
There is no need for you to ask that question.
So that's what happened. You returned to Mondstadt with that knight 1,000 years ago, and then, for the sake of the new Mondstadt, you...
You need not feel remorse on my account. That was my answer, my decision. If any, that is surely why those vile aberrations were able to exploit his weakness. Sowing the seeds of all the turbulence that has...
But we followed Boreas' trail in Nodcry. We investigated and discovered no signs of instability.
Andrius should still be... And there's more.
Oh!
I remember it was the ancient kingdom of Conria. As you call.
If you want to get to the bottom of this, I'm afraid you'll have to make another trip to Nodcry yourselves. As luck would have it, another old friend of ours just so happens to be free right now. If you ask him nicely, he might give you a lift. That could say...
No wonder I can suddenly sense the east wind's presence.
If even Mondstadt has been affected by the fallout, Nodcry must be in real
Varka,
I believe too many passengers.
All right. Wish it could be me, but except I'll stay here and deal with any wild hunt that try harassing Mondstadt. It'll be a good chance.
I stay in Mondstadt too.
Razor, give me... Golden-haired traveler, it is a wolf spirit. It contains my power and thoughts.
The Dominator of...
But human hearts to prevent the entanglement of soul. Although, truth be, the great wolf king...
I will
Just give me the word. Any questions before you set off? Better ask. The root of this turmoil lies with the remnants. He once left Nodcry and braved the blizzards to confront. Instead, he returned to when the wolf spirit. Any questions before you set off? 500 years ago, he believed firm neither his men, but what was? Any questions before you set off? Better ask now. The soul of a wolf is as unyielding as ice. And Andrea, but human hearts and flesh cannot. That's why Lupus. In fact, there is an ancient song that tells this tale. A weapon once of common iron, now through friendship turned divine. Twixt man and wolf a bond was made, a power born. As much as he might claim not to accept humans, his actions. Any questions before you set off? Better ask now. All right, over to you, Dvalin.
The Knight of Boreas awaits below. We must part ways here. Barbatos and I have...
All right. Hey, wait. How are we getting down?
Hold the line! The enemy's on the brink of collapse!
Grandmaster! It's...
Haha! Reinforcements! It's about time!
And Paimon too!
We're just about hanging in there. Most of their grunts are taken care of now. Their lead, fight or flight. Well,
as expected, this haste, but they have served farewell.
Guess they're retreating.
So that Wolf of the North lookalike, that was Andreas? But,
There's no point chasing after. True. Killing him, the difficult...
Huh?
No, but compared to Rere... Exactly. I managed to... We still have some...
The meeting is probably gonna be in the biggest tent, right? Looks like a bunch of people are there already. Why don't we go chat with them?
Hey, good to see. She went to see Lauma and Columbina at the Frost Moon.
That means
they're key. Oh yeah.
Short distance propulsion module on cooldown. Switching to chat mode. Hello there. Varco placed a sizable order. Secondly,
Hey, Honorary Knight. Albedo and Durin are just wrapping up their analysis. You want to wait? Great. And that's where things intel from the Frost Moon Scions and the
summarizing current situation. To confirm
more precise.
Whoa. How'd he
Allow us to explain that part. Are you familiar with compensation mechanisms? For example, Similarly, when the Wild Hunt lost their leader, the Abyss harnessed the memories that flow throughout the ley lines to that new leader is a mirror image of Roland, the Bloodstained Knight.
Right. The Roland replica can't possibly imitate Barrier's over. So, the Abyss made you.
The replica corrupt, however.
I guess he must have gotten
Okay, Paimon get.
We can't kill him right now. From intelligence gathered during the expedition. Worse still, the wrath that remains after a god's passing becomes a source of endless turmoil. Once God remains, this land has already been ravaged by the Wild Hunt.
Query. Well, in that land.
Great question. Glad you asked. Honorary Knight, you said Lupus Boreas gave you a token to pass on? Come forth, Boreas!
This form has come to the end. My soul, do not
You saw it too. You must have keen powers of perception. Not that it surprises me. That was Boreas' final thoughts before merging with the ley lines. In his final moments, he made a choice to give every—
Sounds like
Yes. Only then can he break free from the corruption and control of the Abyss, and make that decision once more.
I see. I would—
Wait.
We need to find a way to make the thought—
For now, however, if we can collect those fragments.
You don't need to worry about that. Most of them are all—
Huh?
I mean, it's an expedition, not just the Wild Hunt in the Abyss.
Sounds like this—
As a matter of fact, still, instead, we've had to make Sure is. Just one crucial step remains. According to what Boreas— But of course, we've been tied up fighting battles since the day we set foot in Outcry. First with the Wild Hunt, then with the Doctor. So, it wasn't until recently that we were finally able to confirm the status of the Wolf Spirit fragments. We now know there are 3 left to find.
Okay, so 3 more mini expeditions to go.
I managed to gather 1 fragment before Roland reappeared. As for the 3rd fragment, we've got the final
with our foe be—
And since the wild—
But clink clink crumcocky crump.
So what do they need me here for? Wait, I think maybe I signed a contract at some point.
Ah, great.
So, you'll be darting back and forth across the battlefield.
Rating for Yehoda up.
I'll deal with the 2nd Wolf Spirit fragment, which we already— Traveler? Could you join me in retrieving fragment 2? All right, time is of the essence. Let's move out, people. Dismissed!
Didn't you say fragment 2 was supposed to be right here? Where the heck is it?
Seems like we've run into a slight hindrance. Can I leave this to you, Honorary Knight? Traveler, Paimon, when this is all over, I'm gonna invite you around for a drink of—
Whoa, whoa! Stop thinking about Mondstadt's wine and keep your head in the game! You can't be daydreaming about alcohol before a battle!
Huh? Well, all right, just trying to lift our spirits a little. You want to see some photos I took of me and the knights before the expedition, maybe?
Shut up, shut up, shut up! Can we please just focus on finding the wolf spirit fragment? Looking for?
I once got Boreas to explain to me how he stores his soul inside objects. All I need to do is transfer, just like back at the camp. But this time, you'd best—
So, you're saying you don't know how to love people, and you don't understand human love either. Sorry, I just think... I have a funny feeling that by the time this journey ends...
No, you're wrong. There is no redemption at the end of this path. Even if I am stained black with blood, my conscience will remain as white as snow. If pledging allegiance to the Abyss is the only way to sever the injustice of fate, then I shall serve in its name.
Oh, sure enough. This place has been corrupted by Roland's will. Whew. I'm fine. I was prepared for this. We got here just in time. The fragment hasn't been fully corrupted yet. Assuming we can undo the damage, it should still be usable. Purifying the abyssal corruption. Could you try... Firstly, to test whether it's possible. And let me think. How is it explained? Actually, neither do I.
Sounds like something
I thought it might mean something. Traveler, when you were in Natland, you went fishing for ancient names, correct? If I'm not mistaken.
Okay, but back then...
This wolf...
Thoughts and emotions are like... Thought is the anchor for a being's existence, through which emotions are...
Also, we barely know any...
Well, maybe you could try this.
What is it? It looks...
It's an unsent letter, written by the wolf after Rost, but trying to track... But anyway, don't they say that poetry and letters were humanity's earliest means of expressing their thoughts? Can't hurt to give it a try, surely. Whoa, it actually worked?
You really are making this up as you go along!
So the assimilation of souls really can be reversed, just like he said.
If what you say is true, the monsters I've slain, the justice I have sought to uphold, for mortals to escape this tragic fate, there is only a great and ancient kingdom, the code of if Abyss be thy name.
And that is where the blood-stained knight's tale came to an end. With that, he bade his humanity farewell. I dare say you must find it quite...
While we gazed into the past, he was gazing right back at us. Could it be? So that's what happened. After leaving once he had learned of Conria's fate, he saw the gods giving them his knowledge.
Uh-oh.
I'm inclined to agree. If our enemy could see, but even without the visionary, every minion of the Wild Hunt serves as Roland's eyes. And on that note, I have a plan I want... Well... that about covers it. No plan is free of risk. If I fail...
there is...
If only there were. But I don't think our enemy will give us enough time to find one.
Hey! Are you guys done here yet?
Ah, Yehoda! Yes, we've succeeded.
Nope. It's a total disaster.
Come on, we're out of time. You'll... Fill me in. What's the situation? Good call. Look...
Well, before we ran into trouble, the two teams are holed up here, and
But the Wild Hunt is...
we can't spare troops from any of the fronts right now. That just leaves us with,
The logistics company is standing by.
Hanefa!
Designated drop point reached. The logistics company was assisting Aino with the production of the strategic reserve. But after learning of...
Amazing. Just in the nick of time.
Hey, seeing as you can...
I regret to say that without the workshop's catapult, and with my short-distance propulsion module on cooldown, the logistics company...
Both. Once one... Something's not right. Don't get dragged into the enemy's rhythm. Logistics company.
Yes, sir. Reporting in, sir. We've identified viable sites for deploying explosives.
Good. Wait for my signal.
Logistics company, deploy!
Grandmaster! Honorary Knight! Thank goodness you're here.
Be careful. There's no end to these monsters. However many we kill, more keep coming.
Just as I thought. Well, they're about to get a shock to the system. We'll wipe them out faster than they can replenish their numbers. We just have to hold on until the logistics company is ready. Off the ante! Is that the signal to say they're ready? It's showtime! Fall back!
Yes, sir!
Ready? Fire! The enemy has sustained heavy casualties. Use this time...
Yes, sir. We've narrowed down the search area for the fight.
That's not exactly very...
We split the search...
Either way, how's...
Absolutely.
We've run right through our... Now that they've lost their...
Ugh. Looks like the same situation here.
Reinforcements. Hey, you keep them busy while we work on getting rid of this god-awful mist.
Understood. Everyone got that? It's...
Yes, sir!
Up the ante! Up the ante! Hey, they're running out of steam. Now's your chance.
Affirmative. Sorry to keep you waiting.
That's their source. It was hidden in the mist. If we destroy that, the Wild Hunt won't be able to summon any more reinforcements.
A scar. the Pavonian! Charge! Huh? Ooh, I'm glad that's finally over.
Brave knights.
There's no need to be so...
Very well. We've narrowed down the search area for the final fragment to this zone here.
Yes! Now it feels like we're...
I'll say.
It would be our...
Much obliged. All right. The hiding in the mist trick again. You all know the drill.
Yes, sir!
Up the ante! Thunder! Maria sweeping it!
Lightkeepers, prepare to dispel the mist.
Knights of Pavonian, charge! Up the ante! Maria sweeping it! Up the ante! Up the ante! Time to counterattack! Up the ante! A worthy end. Rally to the Grandmaster! Charge! This wild hunt took Traveler.
Mr. Varka?
Just like last time.
Don't underestimate us, Grandmaster.
Ha! That's the spirit. Stay on your toe. Either we all march back to... The final fragment is right there. Don't let me down.
It seems.
Yeah.
A true nut. If you need.
Save your breath. If you want to fight, let's fight!
As you wish. Then let.
Is everyone all right?
My grand.
Hey, stay put, you guys. Leave the rest to us.
Forget us.
You're the only ones.
We can't lose our Varka. Please.
This duel, your plan. Andreas is the false. It's over. Your sword lies shattered. The wolf spirit and the thoughts you blindly placed your faith in have nowhere left to dwell. Join me and pledge your allegiance to the abyss.
For the next part, it's over to Outlander who can't. Looks like there's no way but. Huh. A Favonius sword? Who left this here?
Lonely warrior. Take me to see him.
No matter the epoch, the world is awash with corruption and injustice. I have aided the oppressed and righted many wrongs. I have slain sinners and delinquents. I have slaughtered tyrants and demons. But however mighty one's blade, before the great injustice of fate, a mere mortal can but bow their head. There is only one way to save them.
Who are you really trying to convince?
Stormwind! Maria sweeping in!
Huh? On me!
Stormwind! Stormwind!
Is this the fairest shadow?
The title of Boreas must find an heir.
Here. The scent that reeks of blood appears to be getting stronger. Looks like I can just jump right over these obstacles. Huh? On me! Here.
No of the epoch, the world is awash with corruption and injustice. Even the most fearless hero cannot fight what fate has ordained. And even the holiest god cannot escape the shackles that bind them. Lupus Boreas, if you still harbor love for humanity, then you must surely know. There has only ever been one way to save them from injustice.
Surrender to the abyss.
Malicious lies! On me! Boreas sweeping in! Ha! Stormwind!
Here.
Stormwind! Boreas sweeping in! Stormwind! Stormwind!
My old friend.
This is not where your path ends. You must continue on.
This wind feels less than welcoming. I'd better take shelter. I can't hide from it!
You must deliver it.
Your path cannot end here.
You draw near to the heart of the wolf.
Even if you had an army of 10,000 men, in the end, you must face this fight alone. Lonely warrior, step forward.
Is this the heart of the wolf? Roland!
After countless bloody battles, trials, tribulations, and hardships, I, with my mortal flesh and blade, attained power to rival that of the gods. But you know better than I that a mortal's prime is fleeting. In 5 years, maybe 10, age will snatch your strength. The power you take such pride in will fade to naught, disappearing like dust in the wind.
Your fame will be as fleeting as firewood beneath the starry sky. Lit at dusk, dead by dawn. Utterly insignificant.
Oh yeah? Be that as it may, the fires that burn down here blaze more brilliantly than the light of 1,000 stars.
They blaze for but a moment. 100 years from now, your earthly flame will be long snuffed out. And those you once illuminated will be left cowering in the cold and empty night.
Ha! No. They'll remember me in 100 years, just as I remember all of you from centuries ago. That's the thing about firewood. From the embers of a dying flame, a new fire arises, burning bigger and brighter than ever before.
A knight's duty is to save others, not demand things from them. How can one call themselves a knight while placing their hopes in generations to come?
Well, as long as I put an end to you here and now, I won't need to rely on anyone else. Now, show yourself, Roland!
Put an end to me? Your body and mind are already at the limit of what they can bear. It is only a matter of time before they yield and crumble. But if this is your final request... I shall do as you wish. Knight of Boreas.
Huh.
Not once.
I guess we have that much.
The ray here of Solmari's forces have been I wield the therefore, and after redeeming... No word otherwise. Why would you pin all your... But now you no longer have...
Maybe you're partly right. But I think I might just have a shot at a rescue.
What do you...
There's only one person's mind I need to change, and it's forgetting where we are. Andreas! Wake up!
If this is your final grand display...
Return. Return to... Is this the end?
Andreas. At long last.
A knight of Boreas. This is all that a wolf...
On behalf of all humanity, I thank you, Lord of Wolves.
Boreas is returning to the ley lines. But why?
Your begging for miracles is a futile endeavor. I know better than that. But a sword is just one kind of vessel. There are other ways to store a soul.
The Dominator of Wolves once bestowed the power of his soul upon his pack, strengthening their hearts and sharpening their claws and fangs.
Even if it is not my intention, the soul of Lupin.
If a mortal heart is
your heart.
You were wondering, here's my answer. You get the
wolf spirit to avoid a route.
Compared to loop.
You have your soul. Neither bar. You have lost. And so have I. Regrettably, May your soul rest in peace with Boreas, lonely warrior.
Haha, sorry to disappoint. The fact is, I'm not ready to accept my fate just yet.
Ding dong! You've got...
Until I return, I leave them in your care. The Knights of Favonius will always welcome you. Come on! Mondstadt!
Dear Grandmaster.
To Varka. To Varka.
Family.
No pig call.
Poetry and letters were humanity's earliest means of expressing their thoughts. Make sure they all get delivered, Outlander who caught the wind.
Grandmaster.
Master.
Varka.
Go Varka! He's the right to us!
For Varka.
The thoughts of others anchor you, reversing the assimilation. Using your connections, relying on outside help. This is not the way of a knight. The Abyss can sustain me no longer. But now, countless souls who died unjustly will emerge to prevent your return. If you believe in your path, then grant them release. Carve your way out through bloodshed. Varka, mightiest knight of Boreas.
This is how it ends. Throw the plan out of the window. Fight my way to victory. Well, that suits me just fine!
A knight is always true to their word. So please, keep your promise and return victorious.
You are not alone.
Right back at you, Varka.
Time to get serious. I can't fall here.
The north wind blows southward. May it guide you on your journey home.
On me. Try to keep up.
Leave it all to me!
Try to keep up.
There's an ice-cold drink with your name on it. Ready when you are.
Don't go dying in a place like this, Barca.
Freeze! Thunder! Warrior sweeping in!
On me.
Try to keep up!
Fly home to us, Grandmaster!
Spread your wings and soar for the new dawn. Fate chosen overcome.
Rise! Thunder! Up the ante! Yeah! One final battle!
Walk forward and do not look back.
Varka, now I know the meaning of my name. After the lengths you've made everyone go for you, you'd better make sure to thank us all properly when you get back.
You know, I have a lot of things to update you on, but they can wait until you're back.
I have no intention of returning to the Knights of Favonius, but I trust you will find a way to manage on your own.
Grandmaster, we're all waiting for you.
Oh. I'm not doing too bad a job as Grandmaster, am I? I'll take that silence as your approval. Everything you swore to protect with your lives, it's all still here, safe and sound. The Knights of Favonius, Mondstadt, and the oath sworn by every knight. I'll protect them all with my life. And so, I'll deliver that letter on your behalf. I know it's just a shadow of the real Roland, but if you have the time, could you please read it for him? Rostam and Arundelen, they never forgot you. Phew. This has been one long expedition. From here on out, I think I'll let the wind lead. Hey, everyone. It's been a mighty long time. I'm thrilled to see you all again.
Welcome back, Grandmaster.
Yeah. I'm home. It's been a while since I felt this wind on my face. Just how I remember. His sword was just a decoy. I carried his soul in my own. The second half...
All jokes is...
Turns out our trust. Then... But it would have come at a...
You're dreaming it.
It's been a while since I felt... Well, with the shadow of Roland vanquished, the Wild Hunt won't be able to consolidate their forces for the... A few knights will remain on rotation at the Nodcry stronghold. Albedo and Durham... It's been a while since I felt this wind on my future. You may already have learned of this from Correct. Still, besides...
How noble. But be honest, your main reason... Wait, seriously?
I'm only pulling your leg. You'll be seeing a lot more of me in Mondstadt from now on. It's been a while since I felt this wind on my face. Just how I remember. So, is there anything you'd like to talk about? Now's your chance before I get dragged off to the office. All right then. I'm gonna stay here and enjoy the breeze for a little longer. For all the wine in the world, there's no feeling...